along the way that you thought she...
Former Trailblazer Ben McLemore took the stand in his defense on Thursday, telling his version of what happened at a house party where he was accused of raping a woman after a night of drinking. McLemore says the evening began with bowling before team members met at Robert Covington's Lake Oswego home for cards and drinking.
But I was just, just being there and just enjoying the night and just, having that time with my teammates and stuff.
McLemore testified he encountered the alleged victim in the bathroom after some of her friends asked him to help move her to the couch because she was intoxicated. McLemore said he eventually fell asleep on that same couch and then woke up a few hours later with that woman's hands down his pants.
Fathering me and basically arousing me.
Amazing.
So that's what pretty much woke me up. I'm in deep sleep.
That's when McLemore says he began having sex with a woman, an encounter he describes as consensual.
She didn't show no signs of distress or discomfort.
McLemore says that he and the alleged victim never spoke with each other before, during, or after the encounter, and he left Covington's house immediately after they had sex.
Guilty of the charge.
Former Portland Trailblazer Ben McLemore showed little emotion after a Clackamas County jury found him guilty of rape following a 2.5-week trial. The jury convicted him on 3 counts: first-degree rape, first-degree sexual penetration, and second-degree sexual abuse. Prosecutor Scott Healy.
You just don't do something like this to somebody and get away with it. I don't care who you are.
During trial, the woman testified incapacitated after a night of heavy drinking and unable to consent. McLemore admitted he'd been drinking as well, but testified the sex was consensual. The prosecutor described the victim as brave for coming forward, reporting the crime, and then following the long...
Crime victims don't often report these cases.
Following the verdict, sheriff deputies took McLemore into custody. The former Trailblazer, who once wore number 23 in the court, now has a new number. Ben McLemore is inmate 273-47953 in the Clackamas County Jail.
This story is insane to me because he woke up with her hands in the place where it should not have been and they end up having sex. But guess what? He's the one held accountable for the action. Even though they're both inebriated, how can he conceptual to the sex but the female can't when they're both are drunk? Isn't that amazing? Even though it was her hand in his pants, it was she that was arousing him. So really, who was the one that allegedly here got raped? Was it the female? Or was it Ben McLemore here that woke up with her hand in his pants, if that is the true story? And then they end up having intercourse. How is it's Ben going to jail?